Have you ever wondered what would happen if the strongest heroes of Earth weren't our saviors, but the greatest threat to humanity? What if Thanos, Wanda, and even Thor himself became part of a merciless zombie apocalypse? And what if the fate of the entire world rested in the hands of Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel herself, forced to make choices no Avenger has ever had to make? Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Today, we're breaking down the entire first season of Marvel Zombies, from Kamala, Kate, and Riri's desperate quest to save what's left of humanity, to Shang-Chi inheriting the 10 rings in the darkest way possible, to Thor's tragic sacrifice, and finally to the jaw-dropping ending where Wanda rewrites reality itself. This is your complete Season 1 recap and ending explained, so buckle up. It's about to get bloody, heartbreaking, and mind-bending. The beginning of the end. The apocalypse kicks off with Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, and Riri Williams struggling to survive in a broken world. Each of them has already suffered painful losses, but things escalate when they find a crashed Quinjet carrying a mysterious shrunken transmitter, old SHIELD tech. Kamala believes this device could be humanity's last chance. She insists they deliver it to a rumored SHIELD base in Ohio, even as Kate and Riri hesitate. But tragedy strikes almost immediately. The group's journey takes them through the Valley of Broken Gods, a nightmarish battleground where unstoppable forces clash eternally. Here, Kate falls in combat, leaving Kamala devastated and Riri resigned to their inevitable doom. In a heartbreaking moment, Riri entrusts Friday with carrying Kamala away, sacrificing herself so the transmitter can reach SHIELD. Kamala's grief is overwhelming, but fate intervenes. She is saved by Blade Knight, a fusion of Blade and Moon Knight, serving as Khonsu's human avatar. Blade Knight becomes Kamala's reluctant protector, and after learning about the transmitter, he agrees to help her. When they finally reach SHIELD, things take an unexpected turn. Instead of fighting off the zombies, the creatures eerily let them through. The reason? Yelena is controlling them, working alongside Alexei, Red Guardian, and Yelena Belova. This ties back to their undercover Ohio family from Black Widow. Yelena realizes the transmitter is connected to the Nova Corps, who might hold the secret to ending the plague. But before they can make progress, Okoye arrives at the head of a zombie horde. A brutal fight erupts. Red Guardian faces zombified Captain America in a chilling showdown, ultimately killing him. But Yelena sacrifices herself, using her tech to hold back the undead while the others escape. Fueled by grief, Yelena vows to protect Kamala and finish the mission. Blade Knight then reveals that he knows where to find a spaceship. Their next desperate journey begins. The Rise of the 10 Rings. Episode 2 flashes back to the beginning of the outbreak in San Francisco. Shang-Chi and Caddy face chaos as the undead overrun the city. Giant zombies emerge connected to the destruction of Pym Labs. In the middle of this nightmare, Jimmy Woo briefly saves them. We get a callback to Shang-Chi's iconic bus fight scene, only this time against zombies. Just when it seems hopeless, Wenwu arrives in a helicopter. He wields the 10 rings in devastating fashion, but when Shang-Chi is bitten, Wenwu sacrifices himself, passing the rings to his son in a tragic reversal of their MCU story. Fast forward 5 years, Shang-Chi, Caddy, Jimmy, and Death Dealer cross the desert toward the City on the Sea, revealed to be the Raft. They fight off Skrull bandits before arriving at the gate, where Baron Zemo and John Walker rule. Inside, Kamala's group and Shang-Chi's group meet, forging an uneasy alliance. But safety is an illusion. Zombie Wanda prepares an assault, commanding Atlantean zombies, including a terrifying zombified Namor. Kamala explains her mission with the transmitter, but Shang-Chi doubts her optimism. Their argument ends abruptly when Okoye's horde attacks. Zemo betrays them, ejecting Kamala's team as bait, but Kamala's Noor power saves them. Namor floods the raft in an epic battle. John Walker dies. Zemo attempts to escape using a pod that must be manually activated. In another devastating sacrifice, Yelena volunteers, mirroring Melina's earlier death. Surrounded by zombies, she accepts her fate as her family watches in horror. Shang-Chi finally fights alongside Kamala, and together they use her bangle and his 10 rings to destroy Namor. The survivors escape in the pod, grief-stricken but alive. Shang-Chi demands Zemo take them to New Asgard, where he believes their next hope lies. The Fall of New Asgard. Episode 3 connects back to What If Season 1. We learn that 5 years ago, Vision gave T'Challa the Mind Stone, hoping Wakanda could use it to find a cure. Instead, they faced zombified Thanos, wielding a partially complete Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos used the Power Stone to slaughter Groot and Rocket. T'Challa made the ultimate sacrifice, dragging Thanos into Wakanda's molten vibranium core, causing a massive explosion. Spider-Man and Scott Lang's had survived, saved by the sorcerers of Kamar-Taj, but the fallout left Wanda more dangerous than ever, commanding a vast undead army. In the present, Kamala, Shang-Chi, Katie, Blade Knight, Alexei, Jimmy, Death Dealer, and Zemo arrive in New Asgard, searching for a ship. Valkyrie initially refuses, insisting they cannot help, especially with Thor broken and drowning in grief. Thor has lost everything and abandoned hope. But Wanda is already here. She disguises her undead form with hex magic, feeding Asgardians with human flesh. When the illusion shatters, the town falls into chaos. Wanda unleashes a zombified Asgardian army. In the brutal fight, Zemo, Jimmy, and Death Dealer die. Kamala shields Thor, begging him to rise. Her courage reignites his spark, but it's too late for many of the others. Shang-Chi saves Valkyrie, while Alexei is bitten, forcing Kamala to abandon him. The survivors board a ship, but Wanda drags it back with her magic. In his final act, Thor rises, wielding lightning. He calls Kamala an Avenger, sacrificing himself to ensure their escape. His fate is left ambiguous, teasing his return as a zombified god. Reaching space, Kamala activates the transmitter. The Nova Corps instantly surrounds them, but instead of helping, they order the group to return to Earth or face destruction. Their mission has failed. The Nova Corps isn't here to save humanity, but to enforce quarantine. Infinity Hulk versus the Queen of the Dead. Episode 4 begins with Nova Corps attacking the survivors. Their ship is destroyed, but Kamala saves them with her hard-light powers before sorcerers of Kamar-Taj intervene. Kamala is overjoyed to see Spider-Man alive and stunned to meet Scott Lang's disembodied head, still cracking jokes with the cloak of levitation. The sorcerers explain Wanda's plan. She seeks the energy released during Wakanda's destruction, the energy Bruce Banner absorbed, transforming him into Infinity Hulk. He carries the combined might of the Infinity Stones, though strangely, he only uses brute force. Wanda marches her undead horde, Atlanteans, Asgardians, Abomination, toward Hulk. The battle is massive, bloody, and chaotic. Hulk annihilates zombies, but eventually gets overwhelmed. In an Infinity War callback, portals open as heroes arrive to fight alongside him. But the cost is heavy. Hank, Hope, Janet, and Hawkeye are killed. Wanda targets Kamala with illusions of Alexei and Yelena. Then, in one of the most shocking moments, zombified Thor arrives, killing Blade Knight before Hulk smashes his skull. Distracted, Hulk falls as Wanda drains him of his Infinity Stone energy. With the heroes falling one by one, Wanda offers Kamala a deal. Join her, and she'll fix everything. Kamala resists, but seeing the endless losses, she reluctantly accepts. Her bangles channel Wanda's surge, stabilizing her power. Wanda uses this to rewrite reality. The zombie apocalypse is gone. Kamala wakes up in a perfect world, reunited with Kate and Riri. Humanity is saved, or so it seems. But Kamala remembers the nightmare. She sees flashes of the ruined world beneath the illusion. Even worse, she glimpses the real Riri, still alive in the zombie reality, fighting desperately and warning her, This paradise is fake. The season ends with Kamala trapped in Wanda's illusion, the queen of the dead ruling from the shadows, and the promise of Riri leading a rebellion to break the spell in a possible season 2. Ending explained. Marvel Zombies doesn't end with victory. It ends with compromise and deception. Kamala's choice to trust Wanda doesn't save humanity. It only creates a false world, hiding the horrors beneath. The apocalypse isn't over. It's just been covered up. Wanda now has infinite power, reshaping reality itself, and Kamala is both her prisoner and her accomplice. Season 2 seems set to explore Riri's resistance from the real world, potentially leading to a showdown where Kamala must choose between staying in paradise or tearing it all down to confront Wanda again.
You can still save the world like you always.
Our nerdy thoughts. And that wraps up the complete story of Marvel Zombies Season 1 and its chilling ending. From Kamala's heartbreaking sacrifices to Wanda's terrifying new reality, the show proves that in the Marvel Multiverse, no hero is ever safe. But what do you think? Did Kamala make the right choice by giving in to Wanda? Do you think Riri can actually break the illusion in a potential Season 2? Or is humanity truly doomed under the Queen of the Dead? Let me know your thoughts, theories, and favorite moments from the season down in the comments. I'll be reading through them all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into Marvel and beyond, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, this has been your Nerdy Show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master, and remember, sometimes the scariest universe is the one where our heroes don't save us, they eat us.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.